When I was getting my MBA, I was surrounded by guys in their late 20s and early 30s who were suddenly thrust back onto a college campus. Naturally, they wanted to fit in with the younger crowd. So what did they do? They tried dressing exactly like they did a decade earlier when they were undergrads, and gents, the results were cringeworthy. Here's the hard truth. When a guy approaches the age of 30, the boy needs to start dressing like a man. I'm not saying you can't have fun, and I'm definitely not saying you have to walk around in a three-piece suit all day, but you do need to change your mindset. If you're still relying on the same graphic tees, baggy jeans, and beaten up running shoes that you wore when you were 21, you're shooting yourself in the foot. In today's video, we are cleaning out your closet. I'm gonna break down the specific items you need to stop wearing after you turn 30 and exactly what you need to replace them with so you can command respect, look sharp, and still dress young without looking like you're trying too hard. Maybe you've got one that you just absolutely love. It was a gift from your kids. Again, just something that you feel looks great on you, and you're 45, you're 50, whatever. Wear what you want. But I'm telling you, for the majority of you guys, especially if you want to improve your style, go for maybe a solid colored shirt. Yes, you knew the artist and you printed off that shirt, but yeah, it just looks aged if it's falling apart. Instead, go with classic dark colored tees, maybe with a V-neck cut, maybe have just a white shirt made from a little bit thicker, stronger material. But yeah, those bright graphic tees, those shirts with big logos on them, unless you're getting paid as a spot, it's a sponsorship spot, I would advise to phase those out of your wardrobe. Well, guess what? In the 1990s, when I was in undergrad, it was the same thing. Oversized clothing. In fact, everything in my wardrobe, I look back to those days, was a large or an extra large. The issue with that, I was 5'9", 145 pounds, a clear candidate for a size small or medium. But here's the deal. With fit, it's all about what we perceive to actually fit us and the trends, the fashion at the time. In my mind, oversized clothing was more comfortable. It looked good on me, or so I thought. In fact, it wasn't until my junior year in college when I went through Marine Corps OCS that for the first time I tried on a uniform that was actually made to fit my body. That first custom suit experience. Yes, it was a uniform and I wasn't allowed to wear it outside of military functions, but knowing what that made me look like, all of a sudden I realized, hey, there's a whole other world to clothing. To be specific, clothing fit, and realizing that, hey, high armholes, this isn't uncomfortable. In fact, it gives you more freedom of movement. And the same thing applies to trousers, whether they're jeans, chinos, or dress pants. A lot of guys out there think that loose, baggy pants are more comfortable, but when you've got a lower cut crotch like that, here's the deal, is it shortens your leg line and you don't have as much freedom of movement compared with a pair of pants that fit you properly. I know they're easy. I know they're all over the place. I know a lot of guys wear this, but could you actually find some trousers that are more, during the summer, tropical weight wool? There's tons of options out there made from linen, made from cotton, chinos that just look great. Maybe bring in some fun colors during the winter. There's things like, gray flannel trousers. There's cavalry twill. It's going to be a heavier, rougher wearing, those moleskin. If you look around, or if you're going to stick with jeans, find a pair that actually fits you. Again, getting back to that basic rule, maybe with a darker color, maybe even look to upgrade. I know that you love your Levi's, great brand, but is there something, go look at maybe some AGs, look for something, especially if you're an older guy, there are maybe styles that work for you. That being said, again, if you want to stick with a particular brand, just make sure that maybe you're wearing something that's not worn out. Again, don't violate those basic rules. Get them adjusted to fit you. Jeans can be adjusted. So, you see a lot of guys wearing jeans that are way too big, and literally the back part of that jean they've got, it's all frayed because they were too long. Guys, there's nothing wrong with getting your casual clothing adjusted to fit your body. And just to be clear, I've got nothing against shorts. I just think that if this is your default choice, that you have other options and you should look for them. In fact, look throughout Latin America. You'll see that in really hot climates, a lot of guys do not wear shorts. They've got other options and they look better. They look more stylish. For exercise, for certain going swimming, yes, shorts are awesome. But if they're your default, what I'm saying is maybe look to break things up and go for something that looks better on you. Now, if you're working a job site and you're wearing jeans because they're part of your day-to-day uniform and they are distressed because you've put them through the ringer, yeah, of course you can wear that. What I'm talking about here is fashionable distressed denim, which, believe it or not, has come in and out of style since the 1950s. And again, if you're watching this video, you're 32 and you're part of a punk band, you wear whatever you want. Now, the guy I'm talking to, you're in your late 20s. You've had that distressed denim for a decade. You only wear it once in a while, but here's the deal, it's probably time to retire it, probably time to donate it. Even if the holes aren't huge, even if the distressing is relatively minor, I think, man, at this point, you're going to get more mileage out of a pair of classic dark denim that just simply fits you well. Running shoes are great for when you're running, but day to day, even your casual wear, there are so many different options you have here. This right here is the link in the chain that is probably weakest for most of you. And the tough part here is when you think you've got a good option. I mean, you're like, hey, Antonio, these are made from leather, right? Well, first up, these are old and worn, and the style, is just, you can do better. So first up, if you want to stick with sneakers, I highly advise looking at leather sneakers. Tons of options out there, but right here, keeping it white and making sure, again, that they don't look dirty, that you take care of them. But right here, I know for a lot of guys, this is a great default option, is the one to start with. If a full-on white shoe is not your thing, I always think that gray is a great option. Why? Because gray is a non-color. It's pretty much going to match anything, and it isn't as hard to wear for some guys as that straight up white. Yet you still got a very casual, very functional, versatile shoe. If you want something with a little bit more color, a little bit more pop, something that is a bit more stylish, I love something in a coffee brown, but I know some of you guys love black. Really, let me know down in the comments what your favorite sneaker is. I love hearing from you guys. But moving on from sneakers, let's talk about boots. So I've got entire videos dedicated to why the ladies love boots and why you should too. They're incredibly functional. They are going to add a bit, sometimes with about 1.5 inches on the heel, they're going to make you taller. They're going to slim up your profile, your silhouette. Just something about boots everybody loves. And I think that these are a great option. Again, if you go with a classic style that has a really nice build and you take care of them. And if you're a traveler like me, one of my favorite styles of boots is going to be Chelsea, because they slip on, they slip off. When you're going through security, it's so easy to be able to, just to deal with things, and you get a lot of the same features. And I love the minimalist design of Chelsea's in general. And on a side note, look at that beautiful suede. We talked about materials. I just love suede. Something that so many guys are afraid to wear, but this right here, this material can really upgrade your look. And just because it's a dress shoe does not mean that you have to wear it with a suit. Right here, we've got a classic loafer, a more casual dress shoe that you could actually wear with jeans. You can wear it with a wide variety of different trousers. You can even wear this with shorts. I love just a good classic penny loafer that pretty much goes with anything. If you really want to up your casual style, look at brogues. A lot of people, again, confuse these with dress shoes. They're not. They're more of a casual shoe that, because of the perforations in the leather, this right here is actually, you could still wear it with a casual suit, but you wouldn't wear this with a formal suit, and you could wear this with a wide variety of casual clothing, and it's really just going to level up your style. A great option. Now, yes, of course, for casual wear to the gym, I think the hoodie is fine, especially when it doesn't have huge logos on it. But your day-to-day wear, guys, I think even if you're an older student on campus, I think the right sweater is going to suit you so much better. Seriously, one of the themes of this video is for you to start dressing your age, to embrace the fact that you are a man, no longer a boy. And when it comes to sweaters, you've got tons of options, a lot of them that are going to complement your build and look infinitely so much better than pretty much any hoodie out there. Again, I know some of you guys can prove me wrong. You could wear a hoodie like no other, but for the rest of us mere mortals, I'm going to recommend looking at maybe something with a bit of a neck, a collar that's going to build up your overall frame. Maybe finding a sweater with a nice rib pattern that's going to bring a bit of texture and a more sophisticated type of look to your outfit. The reality is, even if you're in your early 30s trying to attract the attention of women in their early 20s, a lot of them like a more mature man. So embrace the fact that you can dress in this manner. We're talking sunglasses, watches, backpacks, hats. Well, with each of these, again, you want to look, is there a way that I can upgrade this? Because am I currently wearing something like that worn out baseball cap you still have since college? I know you love that thing, but let's retire it. Let's maybe go, you like the baseball cap. I get it. You're not going to switch over to a trilby or a style like that. Then go for a baseball cap that is fitted, that is maybe solid in color, and that is really a bit more muted. It functionally gets the job done, but it doesn't look as worn as that old one you've got. With your watches, I get it. You got into watches, and I got into watches because of fashion watches. But is there a better option out there? Seiko makes a wide variety of great styles, or maybe you want to spend a bit more money and pick up a Tudor or pick up a brand that, I mean, Rolex right now is out of the, yeah, I wouldn't pick up one of those because they're overpriced at this point, but there are tons of great options out there. Again, gents, it's all about upgrading. It's all about reconsidering what you're wearing and is this going to suit me now? When you were 17 visiting Hawaii, you bought that shark tooth necklace. I mean, you didn't even find this thing and you're still wearing it 20 years old. Maybe you want to change things up and actually wear a necklace that has meaning, or maybe ditch it and actually spend a little bit more money on a ring that actually has meaning to you, or upgrade your backpack. You're wearing that canvas backpack. You're now 25. You're working for a consulting company. Maybe you should look at a leather briefcase. Now, guys, really quick, a lot of guys make a mistake. They think that just watching a video like this on YouTube is somehow going to make them an expert. Straight up, gents, you have to take this information and put it into action. And one of the best ways to motivate yourself to take action is to put yourself in a community, in a group of like-minded warriors, taking steps to improve their image, their presence, their presentation, and you can find all of that over at our community at school.com/RMRS. Over in our school community, we've got detailed classes, we host challenges, and you can meet and engage with like-minded men taking steps on a daily basis to become their best self. So gents, instead of saying someday, how about you say day one and join our community? I'm putting the link down in the description, in the comments, or you can just go directly to school.com/RMRS. I love a good varsity jacket. I love the denim jacket. Both of these are great, but they're more the realm of the younger man. But again, if you're 45, you got a denim jacket, you got a varsity jacket that looks great on you, rock it and ignore my advice here. But for the rest of you guys, especially you guys just starting out, maybe look to retire one of those jackets or just wear that fatigue jacket a little bit less and bring in a structured jacket. By structured jacket, I mean a sports jacket, a blazer jacket, maybe even a full-on suit, maybe even overcoats. Find a jacket that actually has structure in the shoulders, that builds up the shoulders, has clean lines, works with a variety of the different trousers, jeans in your wardrobe so that you could actually dress up when the occasion arises. Now, since I broached the subject of suits, every man I think should have one suit in his wardrobe that fits him well, that you've got ready for that special occasion. I think that charcoal gray, navy blue are going to be the most versatile and you'll get the most miles out of. Past that, I think a great sports jacket, preferably in a very muted pattern. In fact, maybe just solid, which you could even call a blazer, going maybe with navy. You could go with a dark gray. In any case, I want something that you can put on. You could even wear with denim, because I know a lot of you guys like to do that, or a pair of odd trousers. But the point is, this isn't a full-on suit, because a suit is a jacket and trousers made from the same material. But this structured jacket is going to allow you to wear more than just simply that dress shirt with necktie. You throw a jacket on, all of a sudden, you look so much better. You look like the man in charge. Now, what about pattern structured jackets? You're going to see these out there. You're going to walk into a menswear store, and I do recommend you walk into the best menswear store in your area, even if you can't afford it, and simply try it on. See what's available. See if these guys, if you watched a few of my videos, see if they're giving you decent advice. Because if you watch a few of my videos, you should be able to start speaking the language. I would be careful of jackets with too strong of patterns. These are not going to be as versatile. I think that they're great if you know what you're buying. Maybe it's your fourth or fifth jacket, but if you're getting your first structured jacket, in my opinion, stick with a solid color or a pattern that is very, very light, not something that is noticeable. Oh, and in general, stick with darker colors because they're going to be dressier, except for in the case of black. Black should be reserved for formal wear, aka black tie. So what about color? Now, some of you guys are going to think that bright colors you can't wear past the age of 30. That's not true. It depends on your skin tone. But I would say, once you're at this age, you want to start understanding which colors really work well on you. What are the colors that get you compliments? What are the colors that work for your skin tone? And if you need a guide, guys, I got you covered with this video right here. I'm really proud of this video. I put a lot of work into it. I developed a system for you to find the right colors for your skin tone. Doesn't matter how old you are. Check out this video. If you want to dress, you want to understand which colors work for your skin tone. Solid video. Boom. Check it out right here.